or 7 laps away from halfway, so it's not a bad time to take a break. Make sure we can get back for the pit stops when they come. So we will be right back on Sim Racing Media, but you won't miss a thing. We're going side by side. Crash, turn 2, big crash. Waylon Turner, heavy damage. John Osborne, well, he was behind it. Ryan McCall went sideways. Calamity ensued behind it.
And I think we were at commercial whenever we saw that.
We were, so we'll have to jump back to that, but take a look to see what happened here. Oh, man.
A lot of bench sheet metal there, Liam.
There certainly is. Travis Gilbert went for a ride. He's the one who makes the initial contact with the 90, gets him turned sideways. He's going to get smacked.
You know, it looked like, Liam, that Travis's car, you know, got a little loose and it washed up the racetrack.
That certainly could have been the case. Slow it down here on entry. It goes down the racetrack and just unfortunately clips that 90 car and thinks he's got it avoided. The 43 turns the 9 straight in front of him and there's nowhere to go. Into the air, rolls a few times. 74 gets a good piece of that too. Pete Walsh.
The only thing that Travis is going to get tonight is style points for the landing.
Does have a fast repair, so he can try it again. As everybody comes into the pits this time, we're going to go ahead and get 213 somewhere. They're full at. We'll be right back. At iRacing Superspeedway, Adam Bowden leads the race, still under caution. after a big crash in turns 1 and 2. Involving Travis Gilbert. Pete Walsh was involved. Bradley Rivers and Doug Denice heavy damage as well. We've got the 1 to green.
That is a tough break for some of these drivers tonight, as they had high hopes of making a good run, but maybe this will be the they'll get the wrecking out of the way this week. You know, the guys that were involved in the last caution, they'll go to Daytona, just, you know, come out swinging first race of the year.
I feel like these tracks, they all have their own personalities, but I feel like this one especially is a lot easier to crash at. Just given the width of the track, you would think that's not the case, but you can only use up all that racetrack on the straightaways. Everything kind of funnels back down to the same 2 lanes in the corners. Well, when you get everybody fighting for the same piece of real estate, you're going to see some contact.
Yes.
Might be a little bit more calculated next week at Daytona because you know there's only 3 workable lanes if you're with good people. These next-gen cars at a tight track like Daytona, they like to hug the wall, and I don't know what we're going to see next week. This could be a good preview of it, could be a good tease, but Daytona's its own beast.
Yes, as we got the number 51 Best Buy Chevrolet lined up on the inside of Adam Bowden there, and that number 94 Napa Chevrolet. And Liam, we're getting ready to come back to a green flag situation here, as Adam Bowden's gonna get the jump on the outside line, and Liam, that outside line or that inside line has not been able to get the good jump like the outside line has.
No, not at all. As you see the 94 choosing the outside every single time, doesn't seem to want to work with that 51, Dwayne Furnick, who we've seen on the inside. I believe leader gets lane choice and everybody else just has to go where they're put. Things packing
now
up very quickly.
Now Adam Bowden's going to jump to the inside line, as he's got the 43 of Leroy Clint on his back bumper, and we are in another 3-wide situation.
We definitely are.
Guess who's back up there?
John Ross. John Ross. So now the question is going to be, can anybody make it to the end? I believe 25 was pushing it. Guys came in on 21, 22 under caution.
I'm going to say no.
No. You never know with the way these guys draft. Might be able to get a couple extra laps of fuel, maybe running half to 3/4 throttle.
I mean, I think no, and here's the reason why. I think just because, it's 50 laps and these guys are going to push a little harder than they will next week at Daytona. As we got the number 44 get out of shape.
Tay McDonald got super sideways on entry there. Thought he was going to go around, but he did a good job of saving it. Is he going to be able to save this draft, though?
Tay McDonald
on his outside.
Kit Mueller has to get in. There we go. Kit Mueller has to get in front of Tay McDonald. These guys cannot afford to lose a draft, as we got 3 distinctive groups right now.
I don't know. I think they may have already lost it, as they're falling back to that next group now of John Osborne, Doug Denice, 17 South, and Christopher Roth. Just past the halfway point, or passing it now. To the top of the racetrack goes Bradley Rivers in front of Tyler Burden for the race lead. John Ross is up there with a big push. Up the racetrack goes the 18 of Ed Ryan. Leroy Collins in the middle of this as well. Pete Walsh up on top, moving to the back. John Ross a little bit loose, coming up off of turn 4. Corrects it, but now he's going to give the lane up to the 18. Where does the 77 go?
He goes
all the way
back.
to the bottom.
All the way to the bottom. And Liam, if we can, I'd like to get a shot of one of the corners on entry, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I say the car will literally wash up the racetrack.
Towards the front, Adam Bowden up on the top side of the racetrack once again. This time he is working with that 51, Dwayne Furtick. Inside lane has the momentum. They've got 3 cars separating from the next group of 6. Question starts to be now, if these guys can make it to the end, how much are they saving? And if you're the 15, you're hoping nobody can make it.
I'm hoping no one can make it, but right now, the number 06 car, he is almost rubbing the paint off of the number 15 car. That's Tyler Burden. And if you remember correctly, Liam, about 10 or so laps ago, he got shuffled out thanks to the number 74 car of Pete Walsh.
Oh, that was a close moment there. Domino's number 26 machine of Kyle Diaz came down, and from that angle, it didn't look like he was going to be clear, but he was. Everybody gets through. Now we've got 2 distinct packs. First one led by Bradley Rivers. And we've got to jump back to 12th place, Joey Osborne and John Osborne in the 81.
John Osborne leading that second line with Doug D. Nice on his back bumper. And then we got the 88 of 17 South. These guys are slowly creeping up on that first group inch by inch as we work our way around this 3-mile super speedway.
Tell you what, as we watch this group here, they are catching up to at least the next couple in front of them, Pete Walsh and Aaron Spear. They're within 1.3 seconds of the tail end of this lead draft here, and I tell you what, they're going to get there. They've got a run now. They've got the toe.
They got the toe, they got the run. The number 81 car furiously trying to catch up to Pete Walsh. As here in the season opening, no points on the line, just bragging rights and the right to talk all the trash you want to the other drivers as we are on board in the back bumper. My goodness, you can see the brake stuck in the car behind these guys.
Now you can see just how close that D-Nice Designs number 40 machine is getting to the 12th place of John Osborne. This guy's getting right just about within a second of the group in front of him.
That's what the eyeball test shows. Coming out of corner number 4 is about a second.
And the caution is out.
Caution again.
John Ross is slow. Tay McDonald with damage. Caution is out for the 3rd time here today with 20 laps to go.
20 to go, and that's a tough break. But Liam, let's see if we can see what happened to John Ross there in the number 44 car. Ooh,
oh, man.
Liam, it almost like he hit the apron and came up the racetrack.
I wonder if there might have been a little bit of contact. We'll have to go further back. Oh, you were right. Yeah, just got onto the apron, and then Tay had nowhere to go but into the back of him. Tay doing everything he could to save it, but fortunately brings the caution out, and that's going to end our fuel strategy question here, as I believe everybody can make it to the end.
I think they're going to come down and get fuel at least.
Oh, absolutely. You come in a pit, you can make it to the end. And everybody's coming into the pits.
Everybody's coming into the pits. Everybody's gonna make their pit stop, get some go fast liquid in the car. Pit crews are gonna be busy. Is this gonna be the, next week is gonna possibly be the real test for these pit crews, as we've yet to see green flag pit stops, but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Have a 300 miles next week. 120 laps at Daytona. The possibility for green flag pit stops is very, very real.
Poland will win the race off of pit road.
He had to
Aaron
take
Miller
no
behind him.
tires.
I don't think he did. He might have. Spent 47 seconds on that, or no, wait, 5 seconds on that,
Sounds like no tires to me.
Yeah. Well, Liam, pit stops are finished up right now. So let's do this. Let's see here. See if we can find, which I don't think we can. We're gonna look anyways.
Alan's trying to work some magic here. See the 9 cars still out on the racetrack. That's Dylan Picklemizer. They get the wave around here. Plans to, at least.
Let's get some perspective here. So, Liam, I'm gonna bring in Aaron Miller, who's currently running P3 right now.
Sounds good. You have to make it quick, though. We got the 1 to green this time.
Hey, Aaron, really quick. This is Liam and Alan in the SRM booth. How you doing?
Doing good. What's going on?
So you're running P3 right now. We're gonna make this short, sweet, to the point. What's your perspective tonight as you're running there P3 on this 3-mile super speedway?
Honestly, I'm just trying to learn what I can from Daytona track. I mean, this is a completely different track from Daytona, but some of the fuel strategy is the same. I was kind of hoping the fuel strategy thing was going to play out just to see how that goes and prepare for when points are on the line. But really, we're just having fun, just thankful for my Doug the Nice Racing Chevy, and just happy to be out here and learn what I can for the big show next week.
All right.
I believe
well,
you're
we're
actually
gonna
up in P2 there. Sorry.
Okay.
Quick, before we let you go, do you think you could have made it to the end, or how close are you going to be?
I was about a lap, 2 laps short, so I don't think I was going to make it. We might have been able to save. I was staying in the line, but didn't really look like it. So it was gonna be close. So I was able to breathe a sigh of relief when that caution came out.
All
Awesome
right.
stuff.
Well,
We appreciate you. We'll get you back to your team.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you guys.
let's get him back down to his teammate there, and that was Aaron Miller. You heard it there. Now he feels like he can make it, Liam, with 18 laps to go, and I couldn't agree with him more.
Oh, he knows he can make it. Everybody just came in, took tires, took fuel. Well, most everybody took tires. 43 out front on old tires. We'll see what kind of a difference that makes as we come to 17 laps to go. And the Best Buy Drops green flag is coming our way once again.
And once again, Liam, that inside line got the jump. Poland's off to turn number 1, and he's got the 77 and Aaron Spear right on his inside. Can Aaron Miller make a move and drop down to the inside?
See what Aaron can do here. Stuck on the top side right now. He's got a bit of a push from the 51. Does the momentum carry coming up off of 2? Everybody getting close to each other now. They know they can make it to the end on fuel. There's no reason to let off or lay back.
We got 3 guys going up to the very top of the racetrack to make it 3 wide. It looks like the 06 car is up there. It looks like the Domino's car there. The Domino's number 81 of, or 26 car rather. And that's Kyle Diaz. As these guys are getting really squirrely and impatient with each other, trying to make all the moves they can.
See how thin that patience wears?
I mean, Liam, we got 16 laps to go, but still 16 laps on a 3-mile oval. That's still a very long time for these guys to make moves.
Really is, and especially given the fact that you can win this thing off of the final corner with a good slingshot. You just want to set yourself up right for that last lap. Everybody here is hoping to see that white flag without any issue. I mean, I know it's a long ways to go right now, and it's kind of unlikely for the whole group to make it, but individually, everybody wants to make it to that white flag without any major contact so that they can have a chance to win the clash.
As we are looking at Kyle Diaz right there, he's in line behind the 06 car of Tyler Burden. And you know, we've seen Kyle Diaz, we've seen Tyler Burden step out, but Tyler Burden's gonna go to the inside and try to take a shot up the middle of this pack here, make it 3 wide, and he's gonna take Kyle Diaz with him there in the number 26 car.
Second lane pinching down a little bit more on the inside than they were earlier. Into the wall goes the 0, or no, rather that's the 18 of Ed Ryan. Moved up the racetrack, might have scraped the wall a little bit. If not, he got close. Getting up out of the way here.
Ed Ryan gonna try to make that jump or dive out to the bottom lane without losing the draft. I don't think he got that much damage, but I could be wrong. As the Best Buy number 51 car of Dwayne Furtick, he's going to go to the outside, and he's going to bring the number, I believe that's the number 8 car with him, of Michael Carter. And they're trying to form up on the outside line there.
Outside lane not able to do a whole heck of a lot. You see the middle starting to form up once again. This time with Pete Walsh up on the, or Bradley Waters rather, Bradley Rivers on the top side with a push from Doug D. Nice himself. D. Nice Designs in the 40 machine. Coming up off of turn number 4 to 13 laps to go. These guys starting to side draft each other a lot coming up off of these corners, whether it's on purpose or not.
Bradley Rivers. Dwayne or Doug D. Nice there. And the 51 car, Dwayne Furtick, trying to mount another charge on the outside line. As the number 81 car is going to fall out of that line. It's John Osborne. And this is a whale of a race right now. As that outside line is trying to make another run to try to get John Osborne back up to the front.
Up to the top goes Tyler Burden to get around the 51. He did not like what he saw in front of him. Up the racetrack goes the 81. He saves the car. But John Osborne is going to fall all the way to the back of the pack in 2 corners.
John Osborne losing wholesale positions as he got washed up the racetrack. And for a minute there, Tyler Burden looked like he got washed up the racetrack too. And pretty handily, John Osborne's going to lose the draft. Pretty single-handedly. Meanwhile, Aaron Spear pushing the 43 of Leroy Cullen up there in the front.
Not sure if Osborne's going to lose it. He's still with Pete Walsh, and Walsh might be able to stay with it. If Walsh can stay with this draft, John Osborne, he's got himself a shot. Otherwise, he might need a caution flag to come out.
Liam, I think the whole field feels like they got a shot right now. It's just a matter of getting the right pushes from the right people. As you're looking at the front of the field right now in this Next Gen Series.
Leroy Collins leads the race. He's up 10 spots from the start. Aaron Spear in second is up 19 from the start. 14 spots up for Aaron Miller in third. So the podium drivers have definitely had their fair share of passing to do to get up to where they are right now. But Adam Bowden, we've seen him up front throughout most of this race. He's no stranger to passing cars either. He's been up front. He's also been to the back. Right now he's trying to go back to front once again as we approach 10 laps to go. 30 miles here in the Clash for the ECR NextGen Series.
30 miles left. That's Adam Bowden got 30 miles left to catch Leroy Cullen and pass him, as he's going to be hung out to dry in the middle, but he's got Doug D-Nice there in the middle. They're going to try to hook up maybe and get back out in front of the second pack or fall in line. Bowden looking for a hole that he could dump into in the middle or in the inside of the racetrack.
Doing right now, he's stuck in the middle as the inside lane separated a little bit in the second half of it. His freight training him. Now he's got a spot right in front of Mueller, right behind D-Nice. He's going to try it once again. There's 10 laps to go here at iRacing Superspeedway.
These guys got to be careful washing up the racetrack, like I said before. That's the number 15 car. And that's the number 15 of Bradley Rivers. That's a tongue twister, say that 5 times. He's going to try to get a charge going, and D-Nice is going to jump right in front of that second line to get a good push. But Liam, these guys are just so spread out right now. Even though they're drafting just too far back, they really need to be attached to those bumpers.
Well, it's tough at a track like this when you're going through these corners, just because the lead car takes up, or has to slow down so much more than somebody that's drafting with them. So now you see the 15 move up to the top of D-Nice. D-Nice has nowhere to go but backwards. So now he's got Carter trying to push him, and Roth in the middle as well. A couple of cars up on the top side. Burden is one of them. Here comes Tyler in the 06, working his way back up to the front once again.
Tyler Burden working his way back up to the front. And if you like what you're seeing now, make sure you hit that bell notification. That way you are notified every time that ECR comes on every Saturday night here from now until October. As we are watching the number 8 car, and that's Michael Carter. He's trying to get back to Doug D-Nice's bumper.
He's trying, but up front it is still the 43 machine. Leading at iRacing Superspeedway, going to be 8 laps to go this time around. Big push from Aaron Spear and Aaron Miller in third place. Here comes the top side once again with a big push for Bradley Rivers. Tyler Burden all over the back bumper of that machine, but nothing doing as they get into the corner. They've got to try to pinch down and keep their momentum.
Single digit laps, double file lines. As we are coming down to get 7 to go. And right now, Bradley Rivers is, we got a car to the wall there. And that looks like the number...
The 18, once again, Ed Ryan.
18. He has had troubles with the wall this afternoon.
Seven laps to go. Got 15 in this pack. Ed Ryan trying to stick with it. We'll see if he's able to.
7 laps to go.
Dylan Picklemiser came into the pits. He had to. After he took the wave around, wasn't going to be able to make it on fuel. Had to come in and make a fuel stop.
7 to go. 15 cars believe that they're racing for the lead. At what time does Adam Spear try to make the move on Cullen says, as Rivers get the advantage of Rivers on the outside, and he's taking Tyler Burden with him as we come down to 6 laps to go. As we come down to 6 laps to go here at iRacing Superspeedway.
Lap machine of Tay McDonald just in front of these guys. We'll see where he goes. It looks like he's going to stick to the bottom. Is the inside lane going to be able to utilize that draft to try to pull forward? Or are they going to have to... Well, they're definitely going to have to slide up the racetrack to get around him, as they do on entry. Now move back down to the bottom to try to get a little bit of a tow. It's going to be a tight exit here with the lap machine coming up off of 2. And they get through A-OK so far. Up to the top of the racetrack goes Diaz.
Diaz to the top of the racetrack. Down to the bottom goes the 18 car.
Well, he tried to go to the bottom, but the 62 was there. He had to switch right back to the right and stay middle.
Down here at the 18 car. And then the inside line, Liam pulled off the Indy snake as we come down to 5 phalanges. 5 laps to go, 5 phalanges in the air for Brad Rivers. And Tyler Burton right there in line with him. Doug D. Nice in that same inside line.
Oh, and around goes...
Oh, we got trouble, we got trouble.
Travis Gilbert, I believe, is the one who went around. Ed Ryan. Oh, it's Ed Ryan up out of the racetrack, and the caution is out.
That's a tough break for Ed Ryan there in that number 18 car. As I believe this will set us up for a green-white checkered finish.
I believe you're right. We'll see how the 18 got turned sideways. Looks like the 5 with a huge run. If he tries to come down a little bit late. Huge contact upside down. Multiple times to the 18 machine and rolls back up onto the racetrack. Huge avoidance there. Was that Ray Lane?
I think it was Ray Lane there.
You can kind of see that there's a little bit of trouble there, but you don't know where he's going to go.
Wow, what an exciting avoidance. Good heads up driving by Ray Lane.
That was insane.
That could have been bad.
Might need to come in for a new pair of shorts.
Goodbye, socks.
While we're under caution here, we're going to step aside, take one last quick break. Sorry, take one last quick break. We'll be right back with the finish. to rock for the green-white checker here at iRacing Superspeedway. It's going to be 6 miles to decide the clash if they can make it back to the white. Rivers going to lead him down over Tyler Burden, Leroy Collins, Doug D. Nice, Aaron Spear, John Ross, Aaron Miller, Christopher Roth. Sorry there. Michael Carter and Robert Roth rounding out the top 10. Then we've got Adam Bowden, Kyle Diaz, 17 South, Kent Mueller, Dwayne Furtick, Ray Lane, Travis Gilbert, Pete Walsh, Dylan Picklemiser, John Osborne, and Tay McDonald on the lead lap. Off the lead lap, both 1 lap down, we've got Waylon Turner and Ryan McCall.
All right, Liam. The cars are doubled up behind the iRacing.com pace car. We're gonna come back with 2 laps to go. So the way the green-white checkers work here is if we cross the line and we make it back to the white flag and they wreck, we're racing back to checkered. But if they don't cross the line to get the white flag, well, guess what? We're going to re-wreck it and re-stack it and do it all over again.
We will see what we get here. Is this the final restart?
Rivers takes off early in the restart zone. He is out to the lead. As Burden, that inside line this time was the at the disadvantage.
It seems to be leader's advantage wherever he wants to go, but now the 15 leaving a lot of top side or leaving a lot of bottom open as Tyler Burden gets down to the bottom side with a big push from Doug D. Nice. Dead even down the back straightaway.
Who's gonna have
Crash down the back straightaway, multiple crashes. Nowhere for the 81 machine to go. Aaron Spear goes around, the caution comes out, and we'll try it again.
Indeed, we'll try it again here as we go on attempt. Technically, this would be attempt number 1.
No, this is number 2. They had to extend the race for this past one.
Sorry, attempt number 2.
There's a couple of things happening. There was trouble at the back.
I wonder if Spears had help.
Let's... slow it down. We'll start with, I believe it's the 5 car. Is going to get a shot from Tay. Turns him down. Simultaneously, you'll see at the top of your screen the 77 get turned to the outside wall. Jump up to that. A lot of guys caught up in that one.
Man, that was the big one. That was the, there was more action at a Waffle House at 3 a.m. than there was in that. I done messed up my Waffle House reference. There was more action in this wreck right there than a Waffle House at 3 a.m.
Another incredible avoidance for Ray Lane in the 33.
He has done a whale of a job of avoiding just about everything. I bet he could even avoid the kitchen sink if you throw it at him.
I suppose you could say he's always had an open lane.
I like that. That's good.
That's put him up into 4th place for this restart.
Stay in your lane, Ray. That will effectively give Tyler Burden the lead right now as we start to get the field organized. And Liam, I think he takes the inside, or maybe he saw what the outside lane did. Maybe he even takes the outside lane as we get ready to double these guys back up.
But, I think wherever the leader goes is going to be the lane that moves. If you get this late in the race, don't think you want to give up the inside. We'll see. I think the 06 is going to... I think he's choosing the inside lane, yeah. We're waiting on that boarding machine to jump up to the top side. Just didn't do it.
There he goes. He's going to jump up there right now.
We'll try this once again. It'll be Tyler Burden over Doug D-Nice, Adam Bowden, Travis Gilbert, Ray Lane, John Ross, Dylan Picklemiser, Aaron Miller, Pete Walsh, and Leroy Collins rounding out your top 10. Michael Carter, John Osborne, Kyle Diaz, Ted Mueller, and Wayne Furtick. Last of the cars that are on the lead lap. 17 South has come into the pits. He's back off of the pits. He can make it back in time for this replay.
He's got a mile and a half to get there. These guys are doubled up behind the iRacing.com pace cars. When we get out of turn 4, you'll see that car hang aloft and put the field in control of one Tyler Burden here in the number 06 car.
Just last year on top, trying to start this year on top once again. See if that 06 machine can make it happen, or if Doug D-Nice on the top side can get some front row magic. Waiting for that pace car to make the hard left turn. There it goes, drifting into the pit lane. And now we wait on the leader's gas pedal to go down. Green flag in the air once again. And the race leader gets a phenomenal restart. Out front goes Tyler Burden.
Tyler Burden on the inside line. Doug D-Nice trying to mount the charge as they're going to be 2 by 2. We got another caution.
Big crash in the back. Michael Carter.
Michael Carter couldn't keep it straight, and that's a byproduct of getting washed up the racetrack there going into the first turn.
I just got turned sideways. It wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be, but big enough to bring out the caution. Tyler Burden still holds on to the race lead, and this should be our last attempt at a green-white checker. Guy's trying to chase down a pace car here.
I think the pace car is actually running faster than these guys are.
Once again, we're going to re-rack them, restack them. A lot of guys coming into the pits.
Hey Liam, while we're getting these guys re-racked and restacked them, I'd like to thank tonight's sponsors, and you'll hear more from these guys each and every week. We're going to give a shout out to 213 Swimwear, vet2track.org. Give a shout out to them guys, and Rapid Fire Pizza for sponsoring the races this season for the Elite Cup Series. Shout out to them guys. And we're glad that you made tonight, or SRM, your weekend destination here, as we get these guys doubled back up to go 2 laps around, hopefully around the iRacing Superspeedway. And make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe and bell for notifications. That way you'll never miss a minute of anything on sim racing media on the YouTubes.
Racing season kicks off. NASCAR comes back next Sunday with the Daytona 500. We've got a lot of leagues coming back along with the NASCAR season. So stay tuned with us. We'll have fantastic racing 7 nights a week here on Sim Racing Media.
Seven nights of racing a week. And Liam, that's everything from, Monday night with the All Pro Series to all the way to tonight, and then even on Sunday nights with the Sunday Night NASCAR League. So whatever your flavor is, tune in, and I'm sure there'll be something you can watch.
And of course, we've got a fantastic catalog of races if you want to go back and watch some old stuff. These guys doubled up once again for what I believe will be the final time. Tyler Burden over Doug D. Nice, Adam Bowton, John Osborne, Travis Gilbert, Dwayne Furtick, 17 South, Aaron Miller, Dylan Pickelmeiser, and John Ross round out the top 10. Leroy Collins, Kyle Diaz, Pete Walsh, Kent Mueller, Ray Lane, and Ryan McCall. While on the lead lap here, Aaron Spear is 1 lap down. Should be getting off of the pit lane now, though.
All right, here we go. As the pace car brings the iRacing.com pace car brings the field back around turn number 4 with 3 laps to go here at the iRacing Superspeedway. Tyler Burden has control of the field as we work our way to the Geico restart zone. The iRacing.com pace car hits the hard left turn. Tyler Burden on the button, and he will take off.
Green flag is out.
He takes off late in the restart zone.
Well, it's the leader's choice. He gets to take the advantage whenever he wants to, and he took it late there. It still worked out for him as that inside lane is working together to get out front. Doug D. Nice holding up the 22, it would seem. There are 3 wide behind him. Kent Mueller up on the top side of the racetrack.
5.5 miles to go for Tyler Burden. Can they make it back around to the white flag? We're halfway through the back straightaway. We are 3 wide. Who's going to be anybody's race?
Look at this gaggle of cars here in the middle. If the crash is going to happen, this is where it's going to be. On entry into turn number 3, 38 gets into the apron. The 43 bumps him up the racetrack.
We stay green.
Tyler Burden holds on to the race lead. Here comes Bowton looking up to the top. He's got help. He's going to take the race lead coming to the white. They're 3 and 4 wide behind him. The white flag is in the air, so it doesn't matter if they crash. D-Nice goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Bowton goes to block. To the top side of the racetrack goes the 22, but nothing doing there. Dwayne Furnick trying to take advantage of the top. And I lied, Travis Gilbert took the lead on the top side. He is holding on to the race lead.
Down the back straightaway on the rapid-fired pizza white flag as Travis Gilbert is battling hard with
Three
Adam
wide.
Bowden.
3 wide up front. D-Nice up on the top side. Bowden on the bottom. Now D-Nice moves down to the middle. Trying to get help from the 22 machine, but the 22 stays there. They all crash getting down into the corner. And who's going to get through but Aaron Miller? They are wadding it up in turn 3, but Aaron Miller has gotten away from the problems. Dylan Pickelmeiser in second isn't going to have enough draft to get to him. The race win, the clash win, goes to Aaron Miller.
Wow.
Dylan Pickelmeiser and Ryan McCall is going to come away with the podium. And 17 South. Adam Bowden with the torn up race car is going to finish 5th.
Have you ever?
Well, I've seen some things. I haven't seen that. And Aaron Miller, the guy that you talked to in the middle of the race, comes home with the checkered flag. I see nobody more fitting for you to talk to in victory lane.
Liam, I am 2 for 2.
Pickelmeiser giving him a little bit of love. While we have a moment, let's try to dissect that.
Oh man, I cannot wait for this interview here. Let me go get our race winner here. We'll wait for these guys to come on up to the we'll let Aaron Miller burn it down, celebrate here before we go and grab him. He gets win number 1 for D-Nice Motorsports. Or D-Nice Racing, rather. Timing and scoring is going to have a time figuring that wreck out, though. Hey, Lee, while we're waiting on the top 3 to get up here into the waiting room, can we go back and see what caused that pile up there on the last corner?
Slow it down here, go from the blimp. The 22, you gotta back it up just a little bit more. So the 22 moves down to the inside of D-Nice. That keeps his nose in there. Thinks he's got the space, and I think D-Nice... Well, I don't know that the 40 did anything wrong there. They just kind of got together and spins Bowden. And at this angle where everybody is, it's all going to wash up the racetrack. This is very similar to, I think, the 2012 Talladega finish.
Yes. And then that's when that was a real Waffle House of a situation right there.
Certainly was. And we're going to go ahead and steal our race winner. Alan, I believe you are with Aaron Miller.
Aaron Miller, it's Alan and Liam in the SRM booth. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
Man, middle of the race, you get interviewed on the SRM broadcast, and you go off and win the race. Take us through that last lap. It has everybody's record in front of you.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I was committed to pushing Doug to the win. I thought for sure he had it, and I saw him get turned, and I just knew I just wasn't gonna let off, and I was just committed, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, I saw everybody wrecking behind me, and it just kind of had to set in. That was it. So, just really proud of this Duck and Ice Racing F-Lex Chevy. Really proud of this team. Just so proud to be a part of this series, be with these guys, and looking forward to a good season.
As we're watching the replay there, and the number 9's giving you a little bit of a love tap there on the bumper. So next week we head to Daytona for 300 miles. I mean, does this kind of give you that momentum and stuff headed into as we go to Daytona?
Oh, it absolutely does. I mean, I learned a lot, absolutely, and obviously, I want to be coming off a win going into Daytona. It's better than any other feeling. So hopefully, hopefully we can make it 2 in a row with that and start getting some good points. But for now, we'll just celebrate tonight. It's been a good run.
All right, and Andrew, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you would like to thank to help get you here tonight?
Yeah, obviously my team order Doug Denice and Denice Designs. Thanks to them and just obviously Adam and everybody that runs this series. It's just it's an incredible time and I'm just having a lot of fun and it's been good to be here. I just can't thank him enough. It's been an awesome ride so far. And looking forward to the season.
All right, Aaron. So we're gonna without that. With that being said, we'll see you in Daytona. As he got out of here already.
All right, now we got
So
second place. It's going to be number 9. Now I got to ask, because yours is spelled different. Is it Pickle Miser or Pickle Simer?
Pickle Simer.
Okay, so
Ooh,
I said it
you're
wrong
right.
all race.
I'm
You can
proud
blame
of you.
you can blame Adam for that because he said it was Miser.
Hell, my own teammate don't know.
But you come away with a second place finish, and that was one of the wildest second places you could have probably had.
Yeah, it was for sure fun, but I don't want to finish second. I'd rather finish third in this race. I'm kind of bummed about it. I wanted to win.
But you had a huge recovery. You got down a lap early on. You had to take a wave around, and then you had to come into pit. And then you found yourself up in the top pack. What was it like when that crash happened in front of you, and how did the seas kind of split for you?
Yeah, I was up top and just didn't lift, and the 10 hopped right in front of me, and I was just pushing him, and next thing I know, I see everybody wrecking. I thought I was going to clear it, but I barely got tapped. I was hoping to miss it. I probably could have got the 10 for the win if that didn't happen. It just parted seas for me, and I was able to get second.
A fantastic drive for you. You probably passed more cars than anybody else. Before we let you go, is there anybody you want to thank for such a strong run here today?
I want to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast, and I want to thank ECR, and I want to thank RMS, my teammates, and I'm ready for the season. Thank y'all.
Awesome stuff. We appreciate you, and best of luck in the season.
Thank you.
All right, Alan, I believe you're going to have Ryan McCall with you here.
Ryan McCall is Alan and Liam in the SRM booth. How's it going, man?
Oh, it's definitely going. I don't know how I got here, but I'm here.
Well, avoiding the catastrophe there in the last quarter seemed to help you out a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I got the lucky dog on after that last caution, and I barely made it around. I actually technically didn't even make it around to the pack before they all got going. So I was 5 seconds back when that big old wreck happened. But I'd like to thank the 22 car for giving me a shot there by wrecking the whole field and getting me a podium. So that was cool.
Yeah. So, you race with these guys, this is your guys' first season with SRM, and we're going to Daytona next week, So what's your mindset going into Daytona as we race two drafting tracks back to back?
Well, I won the opener last year, so I mean, as long as me and my teammates can stick together and carry the same game plan as last year, I mean, I would expect a top 10 again next week. So, but those super speedways, it sometimes are very much luck driven. I mean, you can get caught up. You can be the beneficiary of somebody wrecking the whole field one week, and next week you get caught up in all of those. So it just depends where the pendulum swings.
So, and going back as we look forward to Daytona. So is the strategy to lay low in the back until the end and then go, or are we gonna try to keep that 90 car up front?
I don't think being in the back or being in the front is really the way to go. There's no, I mean, people can do it either way. It all depends. I mean, me and my team got our own strategy, and we're going to stick to that next week.
All right. Well, Ryan, is there anybody that you would like to thank that helped get you here?
Well, definitely tonight, the 22. He wrecked me early, but hey, he helped me out later by taking out literally everybody. So, first Travis, and then obviously my teammates who are at least fun to hang out with tonight with Aeons Motorsports, and then obviously that sweet paint scheme I got upgraded over the off season from Tim Latham for Rapid Fire Pizza.
All right, Ryan. So, with that being said, we'll see you next week in Daytona.
All right, have a good one, guys.
That's going to about do it for us here this week on Sim Racing Media. We can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. Be sure to tune in next week at the same time, 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central, for the Daytona 300. Aaron Miller won the Clash here tonight, followed by Dylan Picklesheimer, Ryan McCall, 17 South, Adam Bowton, Kyle Diaz, Dwayne Furtick, Travis Gilbert, Ray Lane, Pete Walsh, rounding out your top 10. Then we've got Tyler Burden, Kent Mueller, Doug DeNice, Leroy Collins, John Osborne, John Ross, Aaron Spear, Waylon Turner, Robert Roth, Michael Carter, Christopher Roth, Bradley Rivers, Tay McDonald, and Ed Ryan rounding out the field. Daytona, 1 week away. Same time, same place. We can't wait to see you there. For Alan Bergen, I am Liam Irvig, and this has been Sim Racing Media. Thanks again for tuning in.